Hello, my beautiful friends. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. We are at week 24 of my Reboot series for the year, and today I really wanted to talk about something pretty important that's been going on this year. How I went from obsessing over keto and living by these crazy diet rules to actually feeling confident in my own body without guilt and restriction. If you're someone that has tried diet after diet after diet, hoping that this one would finally do it, this one will finally fix everything, then I think this is gonna connect with you. Let's go. Guys, if you are new to my channel, thanks so much for clicking on this video. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey, and allow me to be a part of yours. I am the incredible shrinking Steffi, and I help others lose weight, build a healthy mindset, and become the best and healthiest versions of themselves. I have lost over 160 pounds myself, and while I still have more to lose, because I'd like to lose a total of 200 pounds, I feel like I have learned so incredibly much, and I share everything on this channel. I am very real and upfront with you, so if that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables, so come join us over there. Follow me on social media. All of that is down below. All right, guys, so let's rewind a bit. For years and years and years and years, I have dieted. And the dieting has always felt restrictive. My entire life. Ever since I was a little girl, that's all I remember is just being on diets and trying to lose this weight and restricting myself, taking foods away from that little girl that just wanted that cookie. My whole life. It was low calorie, then it was low fat, then it was low carb. I did Atkins back in the day, and then low carb, and then keto. And keto has been my go-to lifestyle every single time I have tried to lose weight. Every single time I would think, if I could just hit a certain weight, a certain number on that scale, then I would finally be happy, confident, worthy. And it worked. It worked for a while. I've had a lot of success on keto and low carb, cutting the carbs, getting it out of my life, because when you do restrict yourself of sugar and carbs, you won't physically crave it. And I really, really loved that. I loved that when I stopped eating it, I stopped wanting it physically. Emotionally, it was there, and that was not going away. And so the scale did drop. I lost weight, and I was so proud of myself for being able to stick to something so strict. But you know what? I was scared. I was scared all the time. I was scared of slipping up. I was scared of making a mistake. I was scared of binging and becoming that person again, that binging monster that's inside of me. I was scared of that coming out all the time. And so it made me scared of certain foods. I was scared of slipping up. I was scared of carbs. I was scared of losing all the progress that I had made. Food stopped being something that was enjoyable, and it was always something that I would need to track or control or stress over. And so this year was really my whole mindset shift. Even though I've been going through this over the last 5 years and really learning along the way, trying to figure this out, because I kept failing. In my mind, I kept failing. And so I would ask myself, why? Why do I keep failing? And then it dawned on me, I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, but not getting them. What's that the definition of? Insanity. Doing something over and over again and not getting different results. And I asked myself, is this how I want to live forever? It really started in 2024. I really felt that pull. It was tugging on my heartstrings. Change things, Steffi, change things up. But I was terrified. I was terrified to eat certain foods because, like I said in my last video, it was like I'm keeping a score chart in my head. You know, like a cookie is bad and a salad is good. I labeled foods. I've been labeling foods ever since I can remember. But I didn't want to live like that forever. I didn't want to stress over food forever. I didn't want to have to say no to certain events just because there's going to be food that I can't eat there, because I didn't want to stress over it. I didn't want it to, wake up my addiction. It's just, I also started to think about my kids. Is this what I want them to see? Especially my daughter. Do I want her to see someone who is obsessed over what she's putting in her mouth just so she can shrink her body? That's not the message that I am trying to relay to my kids here. A mom whose whole life revolves around chasing a smaller body? It was a wake-up call for me. So I started making changes. Not all at once, little by little, because like I said, I was scared. There was a lot of fear there. Because just like I fear failure, I fear success too. And I think a lot of us do. We fear success. Are we going to be able to handle it? Are we going to be able to sustain it? Are we going to be able to do this? Do we know what we're doing? It's scary. The unknown is scary. Because when you've lived a certain way your entire life, that is the norm. That becomes the norm for you. And so you have to break those habits one by one, replace them with good, healthy habits, and then you start to see progress. I had to start untangling some of my old beliefs. Why do I think carbs are evil? Why do I tie my worth into how small I can get? Why am I more afraid of gaining 5 pounds than missing out on life and making memories? Why do I think being thin makes me more valuable? And honestly, for me, it always came back to my faith. And I had to remember what God says about me. I am worthy. I am loved. I am chosen. It doesn't matter how much I weigh. It doesn't matter what I look like. It doesn't matter the circumference of my waist. That doesn't change who I am. It makes me a healthier person when we try to get healthy and we treat our bodies with the respect and love that it deserves, but it doesn't change who we are inside and who we were created to be. And I felt like God has been gently nudging me this entire time, saying, Steffi, you are already enough. You don't have to earn your worth by shrinking yourself. You are already enough. And honestly, that changed everything. It allowed me to just let go of the pressure. And it's like that saying that we always say, let go and let God. And I actually created a video a long, long time ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago now, about that specifically. Let go and let God. What does that even mean? Let go and let God. That is something that I haven't been able to figure out until now. This is what it feels like to let go and let God. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the restriction. Let go. Give yourself mercy and grace and just trust God and let Him guide you. So now, do I have it all figured out? No. There are days that those old thoughts creep back in. That old Steffi comes right back to the surface and she says, don't eat that. That's bad. You can't eat that. That'll make you fat. I mean, those thoughts are going to go through my head because it's what I've told myself for all my life. So no, I don't have it all together. I'm still learning. Practice makes perfect. But you know what? I can go to a party without panic. I don't have to skip on the birthday cake when we go to a birthday party and not plan how to make up for it tomorrow. I still care about being healthy. I can look at my body now and see it as a gift, something to cherish and love and take care of and protect, not something to hate and punish. And that's really what diets are. It's a form of punishment, starvation, restricting yourself, taking away. It's punishment. And being able to view myself like that gives me a kind of confidence that runs deeper than anything keto could give me or anything that any other diet could give me. It's not just about liking how I look. This is about knowing who I am, and most importantly, whose I am. So I want to say, if you are stuck in a place of constantly restricting, if you've been on diet after diet and it's just never worked, and you find yourself doing great while you're dieting and restricting, and you feel superior, you're losing the weight, the scale is pretty, you are on fire, and then something happens. We mess up. And when that happens, it all comes crashing down. It messes with our heads, makes us feel like failures and disappointments, which is all complete crap. We can still care about our health, but not make it the center of our life. So if you are stuck in that place, I want you to know that there is another way. It does take time, and it is certainly not easy, but it is possible, and it is so, so worth it. If this resonates with you guys, drop a heart emoji down in the comments below or tell me where you're at in your journey. I would absolutely love to support you. All right, guys, I know that I just said that our worth is not tied to a number on the scale, but I still want to give you a scale update and let you guys know where I stand right now. So last week I weighed in at 213 and I am still 213, but I'm super happy about that because I fluctuated a lot this week. I got my period, had some women issues, and so I actually ended up gaining 2 pounds this week, but it came right off. I stayed on plan. I didn't stress, didn't worry. And look at that, came right off. And as far as my goals, I have a goal to reach every single month. And for June, it's 212. So I am 1 pound away from my June goal. Let's crush it. All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did find value in it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, join my support group on Facebook. I will see you guys at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye, guys.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher.